The knee on the neck was how it started. The screams of "I can't breathe," rather cathartic. A black man's life taken away before his time, but because it was by the white man, it isn't a crime. No more injustice, no more patter. We shouldn't even have to say that Black Lives Matter. This isn't the first and it won't be the last. We need equality, and by God, we need it fast. Too many of our friends taken from us all. Scream it from the rooftops. Justice for all. The leader of the free clenches his iron fist. With extreme prejudice, crushes any who resist. He mocks the weak and he steals their lives. Their right to freedom is never truly exercised. This isn't for George or for any one man. Equality for all, well, that is the plan. So let's not forget about the lives that we have lost. Let us, the next generation, change no matter the cost. That's a little poem written by one of our good friends here at Talk Tonight. And that really does bring us on to our first topic of the day, racism. So, Harry, how are you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah. It's a weird one, because nowadays I'm shocked by people online who have been given a platform and are using racist terms.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting, really. I thought we were all past this, but obviously we're not really, which is like a tremendous, it's obviously a massive shame. It's just not a nice world to be associated in at the moment, is it?
So this is the incident where we're referring to. As you can see, people using racist terms. Just for the record, me and Harry aren't in this group chat. We've just seen it online. And essentially, what we make of this is that the person in question has close to 20,000 followers on socials. She's quite a popular figure in the online community.
Yeah.
See someone like that using derogatory terms in 2020 is quite sickening, to be honest. You can almost forgive it. I mean, obviously it is unforgivable, but if you come out, you apologise, you say, I've made a mistake. I was wrong.
Yeah, hold your hands up, yeah.
If you hold your hands up, I was young, I was dumb, I was making OnlyFans with my mum. If she would have held her hands up, it would have been forgiven, but she made it all about, it was just me. I've made this mistake, I have learned, I feel bad, you're victimising me now.
No, you shouldn't turn on yourself, man. You've made a massive mistake, just take the blame, hold your hands up, I messed up. Don't try and be the victim, because it will just look like you're not sorry, really.
It really, makes it not sincere if you then delete your apology, block everyone who's trying to communicate with you about this. Because obviously me and you, white people, we don't really understand what it's like to be racially abused.
No, of course not, no.
But for people who do, the black members of the online community, they have also been blocked by this one person. They just wanted to talk and maybe help her understand the issues behind this and why it is wrong. Just blocking people just shows an unwillingness to learn.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
then it really just shows that she's not really sorry at all.
Yeah, exactly.
In my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not just going to single out this one person. Obviously, she's the main culprit. She was using the N-word, but there were others who were also using this. I think the argument made was that it's dark humour.
Yeah, but there's a limit, isn't there? Of what dark humour is, isn't there? Like, like whenever you get comedians that do dark humour, most times they have to come out and apologise.
Yeah.
For it.
If they
because it is that too far.
Yeah, if they make a joke, prime example is Frankie Boyle. He's used dark humour to elevate himself up. But his dark humour is it's based around, it's not racist.
No.
He doesn't use lazy stereotypes. When all the stuff broke out about Jimmy Savile, he made jokes about that.
Yeah.
But I think everyone did. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
And it may not have been right, but
no,
it's not quite on the same level as mocking someone for their skin colour, who have faced problems and prejudice their whole lives and for centuries before. It is really disappointing to see in this day and age that people are still being racist. And obviously there's everything going on in the world with George Floyd. What do you make of all the riots?
It's horrible, isn't it? It's, the whole situation of the policeman with his knee on his neck. It's just not nice, is it really? It's so, I don't know, it's just not nice, is it?
It's not the first time a black man has been murdered by the police in cold blood. And like we said in the poem, it won't be the last. And that's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, that is the thing, isn't it? It's I don't know, it's just not right, is it? But imagine being the president of this country where this is all happening and he's not doing anything. Imagine just, I don't know, just America at the moment is in an absolute state, isn't it?
He's set a curfew. He's going to bring out the National Guard, the military. I don't actually think he understands that this is just going to cause more tension.
Yeah.
All he had to do in the first instance was not stand by these police and just say they will be prosecuted. It's a terrible thing what's happened. Admittedly, he has said that now. But
is it too late?
It's not sincere, because he's only saying it because Washington DC was in flames.
Yeah. He's been forced to do it.
Yeah, his hands are very much tied because he basically has now been given a choice. You don't do anything and the riots will continue, or you do something which you don't agree with and hopefully it stops. But it could have all been avoided. And it stems to the problem in America, which has been there for years now, is that the police in America have a God complex. And I know this is the case which is broke the camel's back and is going to be the catalyst for change, hopefully. But you probably on a month-to-month basis will see a story come out of America of police wrongfully arresting or beating up a black citizen. And that comes down to the fact that the police in America are not trained properly, for starters, but they all think they're above their actual stature in life. They consider themselves judge, jury, and executioner, and they're not. Because
that actually touched something I saw. Actually, did you see that video of them arresting this guy, the guy like he was black, but
The FBI
they
agent
obviously
one.
didn't do a full search. Yeah, that one, yeah, and
Yeah,
that just touches on like how they're not doing their job properly because they haven't like fully checked him all over,
no.
and like didn't give him a chance to like explain himself either, like just choosing not to listen as well.
There is so many instances. A couple of years ago, a video surfaced of police um, arresting this young black teenager who was on a university campus, and basically they thought he looked too poor, or because of his ethnicity, he didn't belong there. They thought it was trespassing. They thought maybe he was trying to steal something. Got him laid on the ground in handcuffs, and they had to get out the university professor, whoever it was, to say, yeah, he's a student in my class, for them to let him go. And
Yeah, that's
it,
horrible, isn't it? Can you
it's
imagine that? You're just one day you're like just walking about campus, and next minute you're being forced on the ground just for no reason at all.
mm. And obviously me and you will never understand this because
No.
uh, we are white, and
Mm.
but it shouldn't be like that.
No.
This what we're trying to get at here is that something does need to change, and that brings us on to our next point, which I would like to talk about, is bands using their platform with this
Mm.
hashtag Black Lives Matter, just
Yeah.
posting a black picture.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's shit. It's shit.
Mm.
I don't know what your thoughts are on this, Harry, but I don't believe it's using your platform's limited
Like
ability.
no, like, especially the level of the bands that are doing it, like Arts and Monkeys have done it, despite not having said anything for ages, going off topic. But you know how lack on social media they are anyway. For them
What
to come
platform
on
was this on? Was it on
Twitter, I think,
Twitter?
or Instagram, one of them.
So
Um,
carry on.
but yeah, like there's that one, and obviously Foles. But one band that we touched on the other day that haven't said anything are Idols, considering what they're about.
Yeah.
You know, like they're all for like unity and togetherness, aren't they?
Mm.
But I feel like they posted stuff now, but I feel like that's been forced because people have been like outing them about it.
But they are a politically um, inspired band. Don't really know the correct term for it, but they're a very
They're a rights band, aren't they?
yeah. I mean,
Mm.
back in the 80s,
Mm.
you had band. Obviously, when Thatcher was around, um, you had bands trying to make a change.
Mm.
You had bands like The Clash, The Jam,
Mm.
and these were trying to make a change through their music. I feel like that's very similar to idols nowadays in using their platform to share a message.
Yeah,
So for them to have just been silent throughout all of this has actually been quite disappointing.
yeah, it really has. Like considering, like yeah, like you said, like what their songs are about and their message and their whole demeanor as a band is all about being united and unity and all that kind of stuff. And it's just yeah, it was really disappointing to see that they haven't done it off their own back. But I feel like they've done it because they've been forced.
Yeah,
Like I saw like someone, you know, like we got shared a tweet, didn't we, saying like, oh, and it was true, and like, I feel like it stemmed from there for them to put like a post out, but yeah, for them doing what they stand for, it's disappointing that they haven't done it off their own back.
but I mean, I saw a lot of arguments aimed at the Strokes also,
Mm.
who were essentially backing the police. I think the tweet will be on the screen right now. But from my memory, they were essentially saying we need to stand arm in arm with the police as well. And I actually wasn't that aware of this, but apparently these have been very anti-police throughout the whole 10 years of band. So for them to then turn it, a lot of their fans have been very disappointed with that.
Yeah, that's not good, is it? It's very hypocritical, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of makes everything that they've done in the past like a bit meaningless. I saw Liam Frey tweet the just a black picture. Obviously, Fontaine's just all of them are getting involved with it. But is it using your platform for the best? Because you can post this picture with no links, and it shows your unity with a cause. But I think they're just doing it for their own public image. It's like, oh yeah, look, I'm a part of it. I'm involved. You've not actually done anything to help the actual cause. Because at this point in time, they could be saying they're raising awareness. Everyone knows. So you're raising awareness to a cause which everyone's already aware of. The way you can now make a difference is by putting on a show. All these listening parties and stuff that have been going on, just make it for a cause. I've seen Liam Frey live streaming off his own back just for his fans. Do it and say and put a link. You can donate towards this, and all proceeds will go towards Black Lives Matter charity. Every band with a platform can do that, and every band would get viewers. Because, like, imagine a band like Arctic Monkeys, and I love Arctic Monkeys, but I'm going to slag them off because they are one of the biggest in the world, and they've just done it as well. They have not used their platform. And imagine, just out of the blue, they said they're going to run an online acoustic show, half an hour show, with a link to donate. All proceeds go towards a charity for Black Lives Matter. That is using your platform for good, not posting a black screen with a hashtag. And
that kind of goes on from it's like obviously have they been forced to do it? Is it a management thing as well? Like I can't like.
Well, I don't believe any of the actual band members run social media.
No,
I do believe it is by management. But if you are management, like they've got nothing else going on.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We're all in lockdown, so like it's not like they can do anything else.
No.
But I know Arctic Monkeys is like one of the biggest in the world, but it's like just every band can do it. Like every band which is supposed to stand for something can do it.
Yeah. Especially with like how big and how impacting social media can be, you know, and how powerful it is. It is very disappointing.
Yeah, I expected more from a lot of people. Maybe we're asking too much because these are just normal people at the end of the day. But then again, if you got a platform, you need to use it if you actually do care.
Yeah.
Idol's prime example. It just makes them seem like, they're producing this music, but do they actually believe it? Don't stand by it. Obviously, Idol's one of your favourite bands, along with Furls, and neither of them have actually done anything. Obviously, for me, Arctic Monkeys my favourite band, neither of them. I know it's not like we shouldn't be all saying bands need to make this difference, but I think out of the goodness of their heart, they should.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with that, but
no, I think they should. Like let's say like the size of their platforms, like the bands you mentioned, I'd say are big enough to make a difference in
Yeah,
some
definitely.
way. So yeah, it's disappointing that they haven't, like you said, done like a live acoustic set somewhere with links and all that. Like it's just so easy to do.
Mm.
Just
But,
literally like a click of a button to go live
yeah,
on Instagram, isn't it?
I mean, some bands are sharing links with it, but
Mm.
it literally just looks like bands are now seeing, oh, this is a trend. All the other
Yeah,
bands are doing it. We now have to do it. I don't think many of them are actually doing it off their own backs. And,
yeah,
is it going to make a difference in the grand scheme of things? Probably not. Would trying to actively go out your way to do something make a difference? Maybe not. We can't say it definitely would, but it would definitely be more impactful than just posting a black box on Instagram. I don't think that can be argued.
no.
Nah.
Yeah, like I
Shocking.
mean, 2020 as a whole has been
Yeah, it's been
a
an
shit show.
absolute shocker.
It's been awful. Like we got the riots and that, and then the obviously coronavirus, the current climate.
Yeah, the current global situation.
But yeah,
The Australian fires,
yeah, that's it.
Kirby,
Kobe.
Ebola.
And it's just like that's yeah, and we're half a year in. And we've had all that happen. Something's happened every month, and
It's got to get better.
it's got to it's
It has
got
to
to
get
get
better.
better. It's been horrific. Like yeah, like I've just written this year off really.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what like we can't do anything because of lockdown. So that's
I mean, worst thing that's happened this year is me being made redundant.
yeah, which is
I
obviously
mean,
really awful.
for me personally, it's a shitter, but when you put it in the grand scheme of things, yeah,
Mm,
absolutely not even that bothered.
yeah, but it's still like you lost your job. It's not ideal.
It's not the end of the world.
No, it's
Whereas
not. Like you can get another one.
at one point, coronavirus was potentially
Mm,
the end of the world.
mm,
But I mean, it seems to be slowing down slowly but surely.
yeah, like
But
things have been. I can go out now, which is good. I'm allowed to escape
I mean, all I've done
into out there.
3 months, I've been to the shop 5 or 6 times.
I've just walked my dog really.
Yeah, I've been going on a daily walk, basking in the sun.
Mm.
But I got a bit of sunburn.
Yeah, it would be. It's weird one because if it was, part of me wanted it to rain so it wasn't as bad being stuck in. But because it's been hot, it's like even more frustrating.
Yeah,
want to go out there.
By that same token, I feel like if it was raining, I would be even more miserable.
That's true.
Because then I couldn't even go out into the garden or anything.
That is true. That's true.
You would
depends what way you look at it, like your mindset, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like some people look at it how you looked at it, and some people are like, well,
I wish I could.
I couldn't go out anyway,
and
I wouldn't go out now. It's raining, so blah blah blah. But yeah, it's just 2020. It's just been a shit show, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. There have definitely been better years.
Oh, 100%. Like, I know people have bad years personally, but as a world, this has been the worst I've known in my lifetime, I think.
I mean, it doesn't help when the Prime Minister's main advisor made the rules, broke the rules.
Yeah, that hasn't helped.
Got protected. Why should we as a nation have sacrificed so much if the person that's making the rules aren't going to stick by it? It's basically just nullified the whole lockdown because people are going to be like, well, why I'm going to go see my grandparents who live 30 miles away because he's allowed to do it.
Yeah, no, it's just awful, isn't it?
But Boris Johnson is not a strong leader.
No.
Boris Johnson had the right connections to complete Brexit.
Mm.
He is not a strong enough leader to take us through coronavirus. He has not been strong enough. He has been too flimsy in his wording. He's been like, we need you to. But they've not said, this is happening. And when they did, it was too late.
Yeah. There was a lot of like his like his announcements and his TV. There's a lot of you must do this now.
Mm.
It's like no, you need to be more stronger. You need to be like no, this is happening.
Mm.
Stay in. Be
I
more
mean,
restricted. Like I mean, like it's been like I don't know. Like I feel like it could have been so much more stricter. And then when we reduced lockdown the other day, like not the one gone by land, this one gone, but the one after our first lockdown, that was ridiculous. That was a joke. Reducing it where you can just yeah, it needed to get stronger because people weren't doing it anyway. So now one's going to do it, and now shops are opening,
yeah,
football's starting up again.
yeah.
And it's just like, do we need football at the moment? No, really.
No.
Some people are craving it. I get it. Like, it gives you something to look forward to, but like the way things are in the world, it's not important. Like, I like football and stuff, like, but just void the season.
No, you're only saying that because Bournemouth are going down.
No, honestly, like, I couldn't care if Bournemouth go down. Like, I think, like, I don't know. It's like, I'm not asked if we stay up or go down. Like, it's just at this moment, it's not needed. Football,
No.
like, you don't need it. Shots? Does anyone?
No.
No. Like, yeah, we don't need it. Like,
do you need to eat out?
No.
No.
Like, do we need spoons? No. And that's another topic, isn't it? Like, people going, boycott spoons, guarantee they'll be in there.
Yeah, first day it happens.
Yeah, first day it opens.
I mean, to be fair, the owner of spoons, what he did was absolutely disgusting.
Oh, no, it was, yeah.
Where it was like, basically, you go get another job. I think he realised that if he made everyone redundant, he could never hire them back. Like, you can't have a head chef made redundant and then hire back a head chef. Obviously, you can change the job title and put them on less wages, which is what he wanted to do. But I think if he did that, no one would have wanted to work there.
No, because like everyone would be like, oh, like, yeah, it's like, oh, okay, I might just get the sack again, or might get made redundant. Like, people need security, don't they? People need, like the same with you, isn't it? Like, you found out you were getting made redundant, like last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the company you worked for told you an awful time because you had to do your uni thing.
The thing is, the difference is, my company is very much a month by month profit loss. It has to break even. It doesn't make enough profit to keep people on if it's not making money.
Yeah.
Whereas a company like Spoons, where the owner is a multi-millionaire, probably close to being a billionaire, can afford to. I mean, he's got his staff on furlough anyways. You're on furlough. All he has to do is top it up for 120%. That is nothing to him, but he's just a greedy businessman. And that's the difference between mine, where our directors took pay cuts and they were doing their best not to make people redundant.
Oh, okay.
Like they were. And I appreciate what they've done. Whereas owner of Spoons was like, nah, you're all gone. He does not care about his people. And I would boycott Spoons if I was the general public. Yeah, definitely.
Like bring back the old traditional pubs,
Yeah. There's not many left.
That's what I mean. It's like, yeah, it's sad, isn't it? I got one up the road from me, I think, and I think that's closing. It's
Yeah,
a shame. It's like
it
was really good because it's like not even 5 minute walk from AFC Bournemouth, so home fans use that as a pub. So that communal sense is lost now.
Yeah,
and it's just such a shame. Really.
Wetherspoons are definitely going to monopolise the whole pub industry soon. Every pub will be like some sort of spoons.
Yeah, if it's not under the Wetherspoons name, it will be under a different name on it. Same kind of pricing because everyone knows that that it makes money.
Yeah, because no one can compete with it.
And like with this, what's happened, it's probably, I'd say, a good time for someone to start one, like a new kind of spoons, because like people are going to boycott it. Then
yeah, definitely.
You get what I mean? Like it seems like a good time to start one.
Yeah, to try and actually compete with it.
Yeah, because it doesn't have any competitors at all.
Not really. I mean, trying to think of like a brand which competes with spoons.
There's not one. Like probably in terms of
lettuce, like stuff like that. But like, they're not really like pubs. They're more like cocktail, wine bar sort of thing.
Yeah. Obviously, like Spoons' food is really cheap as well, and that they're competitive with the fast food. But yeah, it's.
I'd say the main competitor for Spoons is like your sizzling pubs, your sizzling grill places.
Yeah.
But again, like they're having to put their prices up for the alcohol and stuff, especially in the current climate. So it is, it's a weird one. It's a weird situation for everyone. It is.
No, it really is. It really is. I don't know how we're going to recover from this.
I mean, we will definitely be in recession October time. I mean, for me personally, I hope we are, because house prices will go down. I want to look at getting a house next year. But, well, I mean, Boris Johnson will be out of a job. I don't think he'll make it to the next election.
You know,
I think he'll step down. I think he's made too many blunders. No one is now going to listen to him because he just seems to not believe anything he says. I mean, his own advisors breaking the rules that he don't care.
Yeah.
How can you trust this man?
That's a big statement, isn't it? If your own advisor is like, yeah, okay, boys, we'll do that.
How can you trust the man to lead the country?
Yeah,
you can't. He'll be a part of the government, but I can imagine he will step down as prime minister, and rightly so as well, because he's not done a good job.
No,
but, I mean, let's be realistic. He's an absolute buffoon.
Yeah, he really is. It's mad that he even got the gig anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that.
Like, just because, like, just how he is, of just, like, how he was as a mayor, like, he was just an absolute clown, wasn't he, when he was mayor of London? Like, when he fell in that river. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I have seen
but it's quite funny.
The problem with Boris, he surrounds himself with clever people. And they tell him what to say. He's very much a puppet. Yeah.
You just need to have someone for media, don't you, on the front line to take.
There is clips of him where he's on doing statements for like ITV or BBC Broadcasting, where he's pre-recording stuff, and he obviously has a script, and the amount of times he forgets this stuff, and his personal media people, his team are having to remind him, and he's like, you
must stay in. But you can go out, but you must stay in.
He is clueless.
What one is it?
He is clueless. You must stay indoors. But
you must stay in. I'm clenching my fists. I'm serious.
You go outside, but you must stay indoors. Go to work. Don't go to work. I mean,
don't go to work. Don't go to work. But if you do go to work,
go
Don't use
to work.
public transport.
Don't use public transport unless you have to use public transport.
Yes.
Again,
One person outside. Yes, but don't go out.
You know me. Meeting groups at 6, but don't go outside. Don't go outside. I mean, he really is an idiot. He really,
The uni fees thing, that was...
He couldn't deliver on what he promised.
No, it was...
So no one trusted him. And I mean, as someone who is Labour through and through, I didn't believe what he said. He had all these points, and it was a case of where's this money coming from? How are you going to do it?
No evidence to back up, yeah.
And the problem with the public is that we all want more NHS workers. We all want more police on the streets.
Yeah.
And none of us are willing to pay that extra £10 tax. We're all too selfish. And
really, yeah.
I mean, it stems from the start with the richest people avoiding tax, but it goes down and down and down, all the way down the chain. Nobody wants to pay tax, but everyone wants more. Communism is the perfect ideology, but it would just never work.
Yeah, no, it's...
Because everyone wants more. The fact that everyone could live in an equal society with the same money, I mean, that is ideal. But then it's like, oh, well, I'm doing this job which is higher than this job, so I should be earning more. And that's why communism will never work.
Yeah.
Because the tier system isn't fair. Yeah. But then, by the same token, capitalism, the poorest people pay tax, yet the richest people are somehow avoiding tax.
Yeah,
for example, Lewis Hamilton. He is on a multi-million-pound contract and lives in Monaco, so he doesn't have to pay tax. One of the richest men in the UK if he lived here. It doesn't. And it does sicken me. It sickens me.
Yeah, it's like Gary Barlow not paying tax as well, isn't it? It's like, obviously, he's minted in that. But
I mean, another person who's got such a massive political ego, Bonner, avoids tax. And he's all for... I mean, I've not actually checked up, but I assume he said something about all this Black Lives Matter. But again, you stand for something and don't stick by it because you have offshore accounts for all your money, Bonner. Yeah, there's a man I don't like.
Yeah, I can tell you got really heated. You got really heated when you said Bono.
I mean, Bono. He really is the biggest hypocrite in music.